Hey everyone, it's Lindey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited to show you my new storefront. So I literally just got the electricity turned on and I was able to flip all of the lights on and I seriously got goosebumps. So I am so excited to give you guys a tour and talk to you about the business model and how exactly I'm going to utilize this massive store space. So it's a very, very open store concept, and that was exactly what I was looking for because of what I plan to do with the space. There are a few back areas, offices, storage spaces, and so I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to utilize those. But this is it. This is it. So this entire storefront here is approximately 8,000 square feet. I'm not exactly sure if the 8,000 is counting some of the office space in back or not, but it is a massive open area. This actually used to be a clothing store a couple of decades ago, and it has since kind of evolved into just whatever business wants to fit in here. There's been a gym in here, there's been more retail in here, but it is a huge space. Let me see if I can give you some depth perception. So I'm gonna put this camera down right inside the front door. This is the back corner. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna be stepping out of frame if I go this way, but then it goes all the way over here. Not sure if you can even see me or not. But this is just one entire side. And then this center part, you guys can already see that we have started making tables for merchandise. And so I still need to go over what kind of store this is going to be, but I wanted to come over here to the second side and this little nook over here, all the way over here. There's so much space. Okay, before I show you the back rooms and the back office areas, I want to talk to you about my store concept and what exactly I'm going to be using this space for. So in theory, opening up a storefront right now when everything is moving online is a real gamble. You might have seen on my YouTube channel here lately, I've gone to a couple of bin stores and I've posted vlogs and the kind of merchandise that I found at their storefronts. I have visited numerous bin stores in Kansas City, Oklahoma. I've been around the block. And so that led me to start considering, why not me? Why shouldn't I do it? So mine is going to be different though, because the area where I am sitting right now is going to be general merchandise. And then the entire second half of the store is going to be all personal care and cosmetics. There is a little area right over here. This little area right here is going to have some bins of clothing in them. So my store is going to be separated a little bit, and essentially each category is going to have a particular price point depending on the day and how much supply there is. I want to make this a store that I would want to shop at. I want to save people a bunch of money, and I'm really, really excited to be able to be bringing this store to my community. So now, since I've told you my store concept, I want to finish the tour and show you how I plan to build up the storefront and what the back office rooms are going to be used for. Air conditioning has not yet been checked in here, so it's pretty warm. Trying not to sweat up a storm in here. So now that I've told you guys my store concept, it's a little bit easier to kind of picture where everything is going to go and what exactly these are. So we are building tabletop bins. These are the basic size and structure of the tabletop. All it needs now is just the boards to lay on top and then the legs to raise it off of the ground. So these are basically 30 inches by 8-foot long tables, so there's a lot of space on the table. They are going to have lips on them to keep items from falling off the table. They're going to be roughly 6 or 8 inch lips so that they are essentially waist high bins that you can dig through. And this entire middle portion here is going to be general merchandise. I did also find these wire dump bins. I have about 15 more of them on order. These are a little bit bigger for things like bedding or bigger boxes that might not fit so well on tables with 8-inch rims. And then this complete side over here, this is going to be for storing truckloads of inventory. So next week, Angie and I, with the help of maybe my mom and a couple of my sisters, we are going to be pulling down all of this wallpaper and painting. I do not yet want to tell you guys what the store is called or what the color schemes are going to be. That is going to be a surprise. I want to keep it secret just because I'm not ready to open yet. But we are going to be pulling down all of this wallpaper across the entire storefront and painting next week. That's going to be a very big undertaking. But this entire section over here, this entire half of the store is going to be just for storing truckloads worth of merchandise. This portion right here is going to be for clothing. So there is going to be a little bit of clothing, not a lot. I'm probably gonna have some dump bins here, might have a couple of racks for some hanging pieces. And then right back here, we have our first office space. So this was initially some dressing rooms when this was built to be a clothing store, but we are not going to use this space for dressing rooms. We are going to use it for storage. If we have, truckloads being dropped off on this side of the store here, we have boxes that are getting put into bins. If we come across a large piece of furniture, instead of putting it in a bin, we're actually going to bring it in here and price it individually and keep all of those items located in a separate spot in the store. Again, I know from personal experience, I hate it when bin stores pull out the expensive stuff. Believe me, I hate it. That's why I'm going to be very, very picky about the kind of merchandise that we're pulling and pricing individually. So this little room is going to be just for holding for the individual pricing of the really super valuable items. And then there is another smaller room in this room. And this is where I plan to keep merchandise that we have listed on Facebook Marketplace. I am planning ahead to do things like cross-posting for local sales in the event that we do have bigger, bulkier merchandise that really isn't moving inside the store. For instance, let's say I get 30 dining tables on a truckload. It might be really difficult for me to move 30 dining tables here in the store. So I might also cross-post those items to Facebook Marketplace just to try to get some more exposure. The items that are listed on Facebook Marketplace are going to be kept in this room so that we don't accidentally put them on the store floor. I am not planning to have to do that a lot, but for the few and far between items that I do need to do that, that is what that little room is going to be utilized for, just to keep everything separate so we don't accidentally sell it when it's listed on Facebook. So walking out of that room, I'm standing in the spot where we would have all of the clothing. So then we continue on this way. So back here in this corner, this is where we are going to have the more expensive bulk items. If we have a dining table set, it's gonna be back here. This is essentially going to be like the extreme value corner where most items are going to be individually priced. There is some space for a couple dump bins. I'll probably put those back here as well, but I am going to have some shelving over here just for the individually priced, more expensive items. Then if we loop around here, this is the right side of the store when you walk in, and this entire space is primarily going to be used for the health and beauty merchandise. So because the general merchandise is right here in the middle, I assume that there's going to be a few tables along this side that are going to also have general merchandise. But this entire side is primarily going to be for health and beauty. This is where we're going to have a table for all cosmetics, or probably 2 tables here of just cosmetics. This entire wall is approximately 45 feet long. It is a massive wall, and we are just going to have bins all along this wall and here in the center that is going to be full of all health and beauty. Anything that you can find in the personal care department is all going to be over here, and it's going to have its own prices. And then we're back up at the front of the store. But now let me show you the other back room that will be used primarily for listing merchandise online. So I do plan to have this door closed off. The bathrooms are back here, but I don't want to have it open all the time because this is where all of the electrical is. And it's also going to be back where the manager office is, but we have a couple of bathrooms. There's one bathroom here, one bathroom there, a water fountain. And I took this as a sign. There's really no updated wall painting or decor anywhere except for this back area, and I really, really like that. It spoke to me. I felt like it was a sign, and I took it that way, so I loved seeing that. but this is the massive back office area. So this room has plenty of space for storing inventory. It probably doesn't look as big on camera as it really is, but this room is probably, 40 feet long by 12 feet wide. It's really, really big. And there's already some built-in desks here for, computer work so we can get things listed. But as a general rule, I am not planning to list a lot of this kind of merchandise online. The online listing back here is literally only going to be for the items that we either can't move locally, or there is such a massive amount of one kind of product, I need to put it on another platform to try to move it because I only have so much storage space. Other than that, everything is getting put on the floor. And then here, so here's all the desks. There is another door here that goes to, it's the light. This is a little display area. So this is where, people would have mannequins and they would display clothing, but I think I'm going to get some sort of a display to hang here because this wall you can see perfectly through this window into the parking lot. And so if I'm running a big sale or something, or if we're doing a 50% off day, so I'm going to have a bunch of large signs made just for hanging in this wall space. So that's what this little area is for outdoor advertising. And so this is the back room. And yes, this was a gym at one point. So we have some MMA fighters on the wall here. They're keeping me company. So exiting this little office space, again, there's bathroom, and then we are back in the storefront. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all of your support. I am so grateful for you guys joining in on this journey with me. If you like this video and if you are excited to see the progress of my store, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and ring the notification bell. That way you're notified whenever a new video is posted. Don't forget to check the video description below because I always put lots of good information in there for you guys. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you with my next video. Bye-bye.